Hello everyone and welcome to Kuching, Sarawak, Borneo, right here in Malaysia. Whoa. I'm sorry, there was a bit of a shaking there. But on today's video, we are going to explore the India Street. It is very near, close to the Plaza Merdeka or Merdeka Plaza Mall and the Roots. Oh wait, no, I would just call it Roots. Kuching Old Courthouse. So there you have it. Is the building on the very left is the Plaza Merdeka, and that's the India Street Pedestrian Mall. And here we have the very nice looking picture, or should I say paintings, I'm sorry. Picture, who am I kidding? Anyway, we are going to explore the India Street. Now of course, I am not a tourist guide, I am an explorer like you. Even though I stay here all my life, there are some part of Kuching that I never get to explore before. For instance, here in India Street, the last time I walked here, it was many years ago when I was still in primary school. Apparently this place, well, there's the homeless man on my left, and this place sure has lots of clothing, a traditional Malay clothing, Malay, the race Malay. So you can take picture here, or you can buy clothes, fabric, and basically all those cultural stuff. Now this place kind of reminds me of, if you heard of this place in Kuala Lumpur, the Pasar Seni, except this place is a much smaller than Pasar Seni. And then you can see on my right, this building right here looks very old and vintagey, where they sell textile, fabric, textile, clothing and whatnot. So this place is excellent for those who are interested in fashion. If you're looking for a traditional Malay fashion here in Sarawak. And we have here a karaoke, a blind man doing karaoke. This the blind man singing karaoke has been here for a very long time. Not only that guy, there are many karaoke artists here. The basking, and here we have the art of Sarawak here. They're showing many faces here. They're probably well known. I might not know. Again, who am I to judge of my lack of knowledge here in Kuching? So let's go explore the back alley, as our channel is mostly known for. We're going to explore the obscure part of the town. Now, I've never walked past this side of the town before, so this is considered as my first time. Even as a kid, or even as someone who's been living in Kuching for all his life, I never managed to have the time to explore the deep inside Kuching. And we have plenty of food court, kopitiam, kind of a small cafe, a coffee shop, and plenty of fabric maker here, where they sell textile or even fashion. Oh, you just noticed my arm. And when I recorded this, I wasn't talking, and I'm recording this at home. And we have here a beautiful looking traditional buildings. Look at the window, and apparently they're having some sort of a pathway trouble, some transportation. And I also like looking at the stairs, looking at this inside of a building. We're not sure what's inside, but maybe in the future video for this channel, we'll go deeper and explore inside. And wow, what a beautiful looking building this is. Very, very traditional. I'm not quite sure if that's a hotel. It kind of looks like it though. Very, very beautiful. Now I do know that there's a cafe here. Plenty of cafe and a saloon as well. So yeah, we can see there are plenty of QR scan. We are still in the middle of a pandemic, and look at this statue that they're selling, and very small lot. Even the business people hang out here. Very, very fascinating. Got plenty of kopitiam here. And also they sell gold. You can make profit from selling gold. Lots of gold dealer and trader. And also, is this pie? Oh, it's the snack. I mean, food. Kue mue, we call it here. And we'll go back to where we came from. Now we'll go back to the India Street to explore India Street some more. Now, of course, one of the famous thing about this area is they sell, or they can make they can do custom made shirt here as well. Custom made suit, custom made traditional batik, custom made traditional Malay. Or if you're too lazy to make custom made clothes, you can just buy some of the cheap clothes here. There are plenty of second-hand used shop, bundle shop we call it here, and there you have it. Plenty of fabric shop. Drink every time I mention shop. And then behind the building right behind this white building is the Elektra house, a very, 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 very old shopping center. So let's go this way, and on my right this particular place with all the hanging bags and caps and school bags kind of reminds me back at Cebu. We'll go back to Cebu someday. And of course, I love looking at these traditional looking buildings and windows. It's my interest. I have an interest in them. They also got the Bata shop, the very, very cheap shoe. I wouldn't call it cheap per se, but the quality isn't that great. But they're good value for its price. It's better than none though. It's better than no shoe at all. It says bookstore, but I think the bookstore is up on the second level or the first floor, even though they sell just fabric and everything else. So this is at the end where we can look at the Kuching open air market, the place where tourists like to go. And the very far corner you can see a mosque. Very, very fascinating indeed. The city mosque, Kuching City Mosque. And then there's a food court here called the Open Air, most famous for tourists, but I wouldn't recommend because they sometimes overcharge your meal. You can try other seafood, other food court other than this, because I know this place has great view where you can look at the side of a waterfront and the Elektra house. See, there are plenty of food selection here. Again, it's a bit pricey despite the look of it being on the lower standard. Very, very pricey for something as small as a little dish. Very, very little dish. And here we have the very, very old shopping center called the Elektra House. Now, back then, this place used to be very lively, and everyone loves sewing and tailor-made their own suit here. Again, just like in the street, they also sell fabric and also make custom make suit for you. But now the place looks a bit shady and looks a bit, I don't know, not very been a high standard. And we also have the blind music player. This time he's playing a guitar, an electric guitar. And then we are on our way back to Merdeka Plaza. Like I said before, that's the open air market. Maybe we can take a look inside, perhaps, but no, we're not going to explore the open air today. Alright, so we are near the Merdeka Plaza, but we're not going there as well. We're going back to the India Street because we're supposed to explore the area or surrounding India Street. Always to check to make sure that the road is clear. Now, unlike in Japan, we don't do crosswalk or pay any attention, or we don't follow those road rule. Just like in Vietnam when I was at last year, we just jaywalk anywhere we want. Never stop all of a sudden, always keep moving. Now I'm going to show you a very, very interesting spot that I found here, where they do an interesting looking art on the 3D kind of art. That kind of reminds me of the Penang street art, but this one is obscure because everyone walk past it, and rarely does tourists explore this section. And right next to me, it's actually quite near. It's actually near the India Street, and here we are. The art, the street art, very, very obscure. There are less tourists here compared to the ones at Penang, Pulau Pinang. Well, you look at that, they have the picture, the art of a guy selling drinks, the art of buses, some guy playing guitar, and of course the blind man singing and the blind man playing guitar. Very, very fascinating. This sort of a 3D kind of, and that cat is the cat picking up the okay, I wouldn't want to say, looks kind of inappropriate there. This place, look at it, it says since 1965, very old place. And I like exploring this part of the town, this part of the street. The orang-utan, aka jungle man, jungle people. That's what orang-utan mean. They just remove the H. Orang-hutan. Utan means jungle, orang means man or people. Now we're back to where we started, and I'm about to end the video here, but we have to go back to the beginning point. But we're not going to repeat our step, so instead we're going to go inside of one of these shops. Now you can't film the shop, you need permits, no videos allowed. And this is a very interesting looking model here, a very fat, big size model. A school shirt for the big size boy. This place so reminded me of Pasar Seni art town in Kuala Lumpur. So let's go inside and explore the textile and the clothing shop, just like what we did in the Kuching main bazaar. We walk past all the shop. Now you can't go inside the shop because they don't allow cameras. Very, very interesting looking place, and this place gets a little narrow, a bit close though. So many fabric. You can take a peek at the shop. be sure to do it discreetly, but don't show the extent of it. Nice looking art, all the fascinating paintings. Oh, they do sell phone casing here, and some SIM card. And then we are going to walk past the homeless man. Apparently that guy has been staring at me throughout the other day. Very, very unnerving. There's a guy for some reason was looking at the trash can. There it is, the homeless man. Is going to ignore. And then they also sell second-hand camera parts, the one on the left. Some more school shirt and touristy shirt, and then t-shirt, a souvenir shirt for you back home. And Kuching is doing really, really well despite having a crisis in economic, but we do just fine. So here we have the end of our video. I hope you enjoy exploring car industry with me. See you in the next time. Goodbye.